I am here to do the bookshelf tour. I am really excited to do this because these are my favorite videos to watch on YouTube. I don't know why that is. I think it's because I just like seeing what all the books people have, what they like to collect, and kind of like where they put their books type deal. So I've been really excited to film this. I wanted to film this towards the beginning of my videos because I wanted it to be like a starting point for me and kind of show you what I have as of now, so that as the future goes on, when I do more book hauls and get more things, that I could do like an updated bookshelf tour in the future. So I just think these are really fun to watch, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's get started. Alright, I'm going to try to give you a quick overview of my bookshelf. That's the top row, next row, the next, there, and the very bottom. As you can tell, I've kind of got like them stacked because I'm running out of space. So it's kind of why I'm going to maybe try to get another bookshelf to go on the other side of my room. But yeah, don't mind the garbage can. So that's my bookshelf. It's 5 shelves long. I really like this bookshelf. It's really sleek looking. So yeah. To start off, on this top shelf, I have The Host by Stephenie Meyer, and then the Twilight series, Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn, also by Stephenie Meyer. I'm sure most of you guys have read and seen the covers, so I won't go too much into detail on that. And then I've got the Vampire Academy series. So we've got Vampire Academy, Frostbite, Shadowkiss, Blood Promise, Spiritbound, and Last Sacrifice. And I've also got Bloodlines by Richelle Mead, her spin-off series from the Vampire Academy. And I really like the cover of this, like the spine I should say. It's really pretty. Then next to that, in this corner, I have the House of Night, sorry there's glare, but I have the House of Night series by PC and Kristen Cast. So I've got Marked, Betrayed, Chosen, Untamed, Hunted, Tempted, Burned, Awakened, and Destined. So coming down here, I've got the Vampire Diaries series. So there's 7 books in total, and it's by L.J. Smith, except these two aren't by L.J. Smith. I'm kind of a ghostwriter, even though they say her name, so I don't get how they did that. But these covers are kind of cool because it's got like someone's like half face on it. I really like that. I don't know why. Next to those, I have the Hunger Games trilogy by Suzanne Collins. So I've got The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay. Next to that, I've got the Mortal Instruments series. So I have City of Bones. City of Ashes goes right here, but I'm reading that right now, so that's why it's not there. I have City of Glass, City of Fallen Angels, City of Lost Souls. Then next to that, also by Cassandra Clare, is the Infernal Devices series. So I have Clockwork Angel and Clockwork Prince. And then, I don't know why, but I think the covers of these are kind of cool and interesting. I really like that. Kind of like old-fashioned. But, yeah. Then, next to that, I've got The Maze Runner. I've got the first 2 books by James Dashner. The reason I don't have this third is because I haven't started reading the series yet either, but, I wanted the third one to come out in paperback, so that would match these two. Kind of a geek like that. The next and last book on the shelf is You Against Me by Jenny Downham. I saw this on a book review given by Reading Rhino Press, and she mentioned this book and kind of gave the synopsis, and it sounded really interesting, so I decided I would pick that up and read it. Down here on my next shelf, oh, I pulled a book off actually, so I had space to pull some of these out. But Elixir by Hilary Duff goes on the end right there. So I have that book. I also have Nightshade by Andrea Kramer. The Lux series by Anne Godfredson. I think that's Anna Godfredson. Aren't these the prettiest covers? I love how, like, in each of her books, there's a dress. I don't know why, but probably one of my favorite covers. Next to that is A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray and the trilogy there. This one also is kind of going along with the theme, and like the old-fashioned girls with the dresses. Really pretty. Next to that, I have The Lion Game by Sarah Shepard. And here it is. I know there's like a second book out right now. I can't remember what it's called. But I haven't read this one yet, and I know it's a TV show. Haven't watched it, so if you guys are watching it, let me know if it's any good. But it sounded really interesting, so I plan on reading that soon. Next to those, I have the Wolf of Mercy Falls trilogy. So there's Shiver, Linger, and then Forever. Kind of pretty covers. Next to that, I have 2 of the Night World series. I had the first one, but I kind of have this rule where if I don't like a book enough to keep it on my bookshelf, like if I'm not going to read it again, I will lend it out to a friend or let them have it. So maybe I'll start doing like giveaways for those type of books that maybe I didn't enjoy, but something you were interested in reading. So definitely let me know about the first one, and maybe I can get it to you. But I do have the second and third Night World by L.J. Smith. Then I have The Immortals, first 3 in the series, Evermore, Blue Moon, and Shadowland by Alison Noel. I've kind of heard mixed reviews. Like half the people love the series and half really didn't like it after this third book. So I read these 3, but then after that it kind of goes downhill. So I'm hoping I maybe can not go with that same flow and like it. I'm hoping it doesn't disappoint, so I'll have to start reading those soon. Then I also have Divergent and Insurgent by Veronica Roth. And then If I Stay in This Little Corner by Gail Foreman. Come down here. I have, this one's kind of hard to see in the corner, but it is The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. Really excited to read this. Shout out to my subscribers who have mentioned this one to me, and I'm really excited to read this now because I've been hearing some good feedback on that, so yeah, I'm really excited for that. I like the idea of it. I'm also excited to read this one. I love the cover of this. I think that's so pretty. But it's The Selection by Kira Cass. I think, it's just, I love that. I don't know why, but very pretty cover. Then you have Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. I think that seems like a really fun and like it's kind of a summer read. Excited to read that one. Push some of these back in. I also have Remember Me by Christopher Pike. And I haven't really seen too many reviews on this one. I haven't read it yet. My friend did. She just barely gave it back to me, actually. I read another book kind of when I was a little bit younger by Christopher Pike, and I really enjoyed it. And when I saw this in the bookstore, I decided to pick it up and give it a try. So it's a really thick book. Then after that, I have Vanished by Meg Cabot. I think that's how you say her name. I kind of like the cover of that. I know there's more in the series, but I wanted to read this one and kind of see how I liked it. The same goes for this next one, which is The Hollow by Jessica Verde. It's kind of cool. If you've seen this book, if you feel right here, I don't know the word for it, but it's like, it comes out, so it's got like a texture. It's really cool. That book sounds really good. A lot of these ones down here I haven't read yet, so they're like kind of my to-be-read books. I also have Jessica's Guide to Dating on the Dark Side by Beth Fantasky. Really excited. I've heard some really good things about this lately, so really excited to dive into that. Alright, then I have Hush Hush and Fallen kind of next to each other since they're kind of similar in storyline, I guess you could say. So there's Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick, and then Fallen by Lauren Kate. Next I have Wicked Lovely by Melissa Marr. That is a really pretty cover too. I really like it. Let's see. Next is my Elizabeth Chandler collection, if you will. I love her covers. I just have to show you. So I have Dark Secrets 2, Dark Secrets 1, The Back Door of Midnight, Kissed by an Angel, Evercrossed, and Everlasting. And if you haven't noticed, she likes the transparent theme, mostly of like flowers, But if you haven't read any of these books, I highly recommend it. She's one of my favorite authors by far and writes very well. So I would highly recommend reading any of those. Then this is the Deadly Little Secrets. I think it's called the Touch series. I have the first 3, so I have these covers kind of cool too. Deadly Little Secret, Deadly Little Lies, and Deadly Little Games. I'm really interested to read those because she wrote one of my favorite series, which is the Blue is for Nightmare series, which is right down below. I'll actually show you that. If you can see it, it's kind of darker down here, but they are right here. So we have blue is for nightmares, white is for magic, silver is for secrets. Let me pull these ones out because you can't really see them. Red is for remembrance, black is for beginnings, and then I have also the lucky one. That book series is actually one of my favorites now because it's just really good. I could do like a little mini review if you guys would like. It's not like your typical ordinary book. I think that's why I liked it. It's unlike anything I ever read, so I enjoyed that. So I think I like the Touch series. I also have Escape by Carolyn Jessup, I think. In the Woods by, I can't ever say the name, Tana French. Ariella by Anne Osterland. A Countess Below the Stairs by Eva I don't even know the name. Eva something, I can't read that. Spare Change and Luck of the Draw. Murder by the Book by Betsy Brannon Green. And I also have her, you can't really even see that because it's so dark, Don't Open Your Eyes by Betsy Brannon Green. I love her books. They are like kind of mystery type. They're very good. And then I also have Deadline by Claire M. Polson and Vengeance by Claire M. Polson. Those two are very good. I haven't read either of those yet. I read the other ones, but they're good like mystery type books. So I love those. Then you come over here and you have Beach Blondes by Katherine Applegate. That's the first book in the series. Haven't started reading that one yet. I'm planning on it this summer since it's like a fun summery type read. Then I have A Child Called It by Dave Pelsler. Now that is kind of like what's the name of it? Like an autobiography or a biography from Dave Pelsler. He wrote it himself. If you're not familiar with the story, he was abused as a child by his mom. It's kind of like, I got it from my mom. It was technically her book, but she had a hard time reading it because it is, like, he does describe what happens to him, and it's actually one of my favorite books. It's as horrible as that sounds, not because of that, but because it's about him overcoming that and getting out from it. So it is a really touching and good book. And then below that I have The Freedom Writer's Diary. If you guys have ever seen the movie The Freedom Writers, it's so good. It's about like the teacher who she just moves into that town, and it's right when all the Rodney King riots are going out and all the gangs and whatnot. And she really turns these kids' lives around. So I found out that there was an actual Freedom Writer's Diary from the movie, and this is the real stories of them, so I was really interested to get that. Then I also have The Body Finder by Kimberly Durding. Born at Midnight by C.C. Hunter. I read like a review on that on Amazon, so I just barely picked that one up not that long ago. So it's the first in the series. Then I also have the Dream House Kings series. So I think the first one is The House of Dark Shadows, Watcher in the Woods, Gatekeepers, Timescape, Whirlwind, and Frenzy. Haven't read the series yet, but they're in a box set, so pretty anxious to read those. Seems good. If you've read those, let me know. I have not heard like hardly anything about them, so I know Chapter Chicks like them, so I'm just trying to see if there's other kind of reviews. It was on a really good sale for set, so I picked those up. Then next, over here, sorry for kind of like the shadows that are coming on over this, but I have, let's see, that was upside down. Beautiful Creatures by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stohl. Just put that to the side. Delirium by Lauren Oliver. The Forest of Hands and Teeth by Carrie Ryan. 20 Boy Summer by Sarah Auckler. Match by Ali Condi. And then this one didn't have the cover on it, but it is Before I Fall. Then I have Sisters Red by Jackson Pierce. And Hex Hall by Rachel Hawkins. So that is what's on this shelf right here. Now I also have this little spot where I put some books, and I have like this little type cube thing where I could put like extra clothes and whatnot. And I just have like the bottom cube for, these are like kind of like my smaller books, I like to say. They didn't fit on my bookshelf since I've got quite a collection on there going. So I stuck them down here, so didn't want to forget to mention these. I have Nicholas Sparks' The Guardian. I have also by Nicholas Sparks, A Bend in the Road and Dear John. And then I've got Making Waves by Catherine Applegate. And that's the first in the series, so I'm anxious to read that for summer. Then I also have Blood Games by Richard Lehman. Sinners and Saints by Eileen Dreyer. To Catch a Pirate. And then I also have, lastly, the Mediator series, books 1 through 6, by Meg Cabot. And I'm really excited to read those. I've heard a lot of good things about them, so I'm really anxious to read those and get started. So, yeah. Alright, that was my bookshelf tour. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Please leave any comments down below. If there's something you think I should read or review or anything you'd like to see, I'd be happy to do it. So, thanks again. Bye.